Good evening, welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultan of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. His Highness Said Shihab bin Tariq Al Said reviews the good relations between the Sultan of Oman and the French Republic during his reception of the French Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. At a cost exceeding 45 million Omani Riyals, the first phase of the wastewater network project in Sahel Noot area is inaugurated in the Wilaya of Salala. And the Ministry of Economy and the Royal Academy of the Management launch a program to qualify national leaders in the governorates. Those are the headlines, now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq issued Royal Decree number 17/2025 on promulgating the Omani Nationality Law. Article 1, the provision of the attached Omani Nationality Law shall apply. Article 2, the Minister of Interior shall issue the executive regulation and decisions necessary for the implementation of the provisions of the attached law, and until they are issued, the existing decisions continue to operate in regard to all that is not governed by a special text in it, and to the degree that they do not contradict with its provisions. Article 3, the aforementioned Omani Nationality Law shall be repealed, as well as all that is contrary to the attached law or in conflict with its provisions. This decree shall be published in the official gazette and comes into force on the day following the date of its publication. His Highness Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Defence Affairs, received his office at Muaskar al-Murtafa today. General Thierry Burkhardt, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the French Republic, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed the good relations between the two countries and discussed a number of issues of common interest. The meeting was attended by the Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, His Excellency the Ambassador of the French Republic to the Sultan of Oman, and the military attaché at the Embassy of the French Republic in Muscat. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Namani, Minister of the Royal Office, received General Thierry Burkhardt, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the French Republic, and his accompanying delegation. The two sides discussed ways to enhance joint bilateral cooperation to enhance the security of the two countries and emphasize the depth of the historical relations between the Sultan of Oman and the French Republic. His Excellency, the Minister of the Royal Office, also received His Excellency Liu Jian, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Sultanate of Oman. The meeting touched on bilateral relations between the two countries. His Excellency, the Chinese Ambassador, expressed his aspirations to work on the strengthening the existing bilateral relations to serve the interests of the two countries. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Namani, Minister of the Royal Office, received His Excellency Goto Yamamoto, Ambassador of Japan to the Sultan of Oman at his end of duty as Ambassador of his country. His Excellency the Ambassador expressed his deep gratitude and appreciation for the cooperation he received, praising the strength of bilateral relations between the two countries. For his part, His Excellency the Minister of the Royal Office praised the efforts exerted by His Excellency the Ambassador in strengthening the existing relations in areas of joint cooperation between the Sultan of Oman and Japan, wishing him continued success in his upcoming duties. At a cost exceeding 45 million Omani Riyals, the first phase of the wastewater project network in Sahel Noot area was inaugurated in Wilaya of Salala in the Dhofar Governorate. The project, which serves currently 4,000 clients is designed to keep pace with station's expansion plans to serve 20,000 clients in the future, which will raise the coverage rate of current wastewater networks in the governorate of Dhofar 70%. The opening of the project was held under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar. Enhancing planning and economic capacities in the governorate, a program was launched today at the Royal Academy for Management in cooperation with the Ministry of Economy to qualify national leaders in the governorates to support comprehensive and sustainable development. The program seeks to introduce participants to the concepts related to local management and its role in achieving economic decentralization and developing the governorates while enhancing their skills in preparing development plans and following up on the implementation, in addition to enabling them to develop a comprehensive vision for the national plan for the governorates. The program also aims to align programs, initiatives, and projects with various entities to achieve complementary roles between sectors, in addition to introducing them to the metrics for evaluating and selecting development projects and the implementation mechanisms. The opening of the program was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Saeed Mohammed Al-Sakhri, Minister of Economy. Still to come on News Bulletin. The inauguration of the Russian season is announced in Muscat. Oman and Russia have signed a joint statement to host Russian seasons in the Sultanate, featuring exhibitions and artistic performances to enhance cultural exchange, and we have a report on that.
To deepen the partnership between heritage, cultural and educational institutions, the Minister of Heritage and Tourism signed a joint statement with the Russian Ministry of Culture regarding the organization of Russian seasons in the Sultanate of Oman. This initiative will feature a series of events, including exhibitions from major museums and Russian artistic and musical performances.
The meeting with the Excellency, the Minister of Culture from Russian Federation, was an opportunity to go into areas of cooperation that has been witnessing increasing development in many areas, not only in terms of museography and museum, but we are hoping that what has been achieved now will be taking a different dimension, gearing toward encouraging tourist exchange between the two countries. And we do hope that the opportunity for Russia to promote Russian traditions, heritage and culture is again an opportunity for Omanis to know more about Russia as a destination that is worth to be explored. Areas of cooperation are numerous, and we think that with what has been achieved right now will provide a platform for further development in the future.
The cooperation between Oman and Russia reflects their shared desire to strengthen and support various cultural fields, particularly by introducing Omani audiences to Russian cultural heritage. This mutual understanding coincides with the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Russian Federation. It acknowledges the significance of cooperation in cultural, tourism and heritage sectors as a means to enhance and develop relations between the two countries. This collaboration marks a significant step in strengthening cultural ties between Oman and Russia, fostering mutual understanding and enriching artistic and heritage exchanges. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Coinciding with the Sultan of Oman celebration of 40 years anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Sultan of Oman and the Russian Federation, the National Museum held a press conference yesterday to inaugurate the museum, a program of the Russian season in the Sultan of Oman. More in the following report.
A remarkable initiative that is part of broader efforts to enhance cultural diplomacy, yesterday marked the inauguration of the museum program of the Russian seasons in the Sultanate of Oman, as well as the opening of the second exhibition titled Gifts of Bukharan and Central Asian Emirs to the Russian Imperial Court, with the National Museum being a key institution representing Oman's historical and cultural dimensions, playing an active role in fostering these relations through collaboration with Russian cultural and museum institutions.
Today we are experiencing the second exhibition within this context, which is dedicated to the stately gifts that were made by the emirs of Bukhara and the khans of Central Asia to the imperial court in St. Petersburg, focusing on the thematics of cultural diplomacy. Mirroring this initiative, last year we launched the second exhibition at the Oman Gallery, the State Hermitage, dedicated to the Omani Empire between Asia and Africa, as a legacy and contribution to what Omanis have left in terms of their civilizational mark.
During the conference, a cultural and museum cooperation timeline between the National Museum and the Russian Federation was presented, alongside a highlight on the key activities and events of the Russian seasons that will take place throughout the year in partnership with various institutions in the Sultanate of Oman.
I represent here the State Hermitage Museum. The Hermitage is full-fledged participant of the Russian season program. Our cooperation with the Omani National Museum has been going for almost 5 years and is very productive. At least together with our Omani colleagues from the National Museum, we have organized such an interesting format as the opening of galleries, or as we call it in Russian, museum corners. Oman corner in the Hermitage and Hermitage corner in the National Museum. It seems to us that such an exchange of living ideas, showing the treasures that our museum hold, is very interesting, productive, and has good prospects.
The Russian Seasons project is an international cultural project under the government of the Russian Federation and the Ministry of Culture of the Russian Federation for the presentation of Russian culture abroad. It aims to present Russia as a country that carefully preserves and develops its rich cultural heritage and traditions. The themes and format of Russian Seasons are diverse, from classical music concerts and theater productions to film festivals, art exhibitions, educational projects, lectures, and master classes. The Russian season is a significant and extremely important step in developing and strengthening the Russian-Omani cultural cooperation. From the National Museum, this is Ruqayya Rashid Al-Khdairi, Muscat.
Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, received General Thierry Burkhardt, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of French Republic, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, both sides exchanged views and discussed a number of military topics. The events of Experience South Al-Batna 2025 in its second edition held in Khabat Al-Ga'dan in the Wilaya of Nakhl in South Al-Batna Governorate concluded. The event played a key role in highlighting the tourism and cultural assets of South Al-Batna, in addition to supporting small and medium enterprises and productive families in the Wilaya. Such festivals also contribute to enhancing domestic tourism by offering experiences and activities inspired by the Omani heritage and the region's stunning natural beauty. The second edition of the Experience South Al Batna 2025 brought together a variety of activities that combined traditional Omani customs with modern adventures. The event also targeted children and youth with an area dedicated to electronic games, including virtual reality platforms and interactive screens. Additionally, to consumer exhibitions provided a variety of products offering visitors a comprehensive shopping experiences. You're watching the South of Oman television. Before tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. His Highness Shihab bin Tariq Al Said reviews the good relations between the Sultan of Oman and the French Republic during his reception of the French Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. At a cost exceeding 45 million Omani Riyals, the first phase of the wastewater network project in Sahanut area is inaugurated in the Wilaya of Salala. And the Ministry of Economy and the Royal Academy of the Management launch a program to qualify national leaders in the governorates. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all the crew here and myself, Suhail Al-Kindi, thanks for watching. Good night.